25. If you want to visit Milan, make sure to smile all the time. The Italian metropolis has imposed a ban on frowning. The city states that it's a legal requirement to smile at all times, except during funerals or hospital visits. Grouches who dare to break this regulation can face a fine. 24. In Lyme Regis, England, slapping people with a dead eel is prohibited. 23. When traveling to Singapore, remember to leave your... What, you want me to go back and explain number 24? Fine. 24. In Lyme Regis, England, slapping people with a dead eel is prohibited. There was a tradition known as the conger cuddling in which people swang dead eels at each other, but in 2006 the game was banished by local authorities after an animal rights group claimed that it was disrespectful to the dead fish. Can we move on now? 23. As I was saying, when traveling to Singapore, remember to leave your chewing gum at home. In 2004, this city-state in Southeast Asia imposed a strict ban on chewing gum imports. Under the rule, no gum is allowed to be bought or sold inside Singapore, and there is a $500 fine for spitting it out on the streets. 22. Capri, Italy is a popular tourist destination. However, if you decide to visit, avoid wearing flip-flops. Flip-flops and sandals that make loud noises are banned. 21. In Tushin, a little town in central Poland, Winnie the Pooh is banned from playgrounds. Local authorities argued that Pooh is, quote, half naked and of dubious sexuality, which is totally inappropriate for little children. 20. In Victoria, the second most populous state of Australia, you are not allowed to change a light bulb unless you're a licensed electrician. Those who don't comply can face a fine of up to 10 Australian dollars. 19. In 2005, Ignacio Jimenez, a mayor of Icononzo, a town in Colombia, passed a law under which bad-mouthing was illegal. He argued that waggling tongues could be the difference between life and death for residents of the city, thanks to ongoing warfare between the Marxist rebels and far-right paramilitary outlaws. 18. To halt the spread of swine flu in 2009, the mayor of Culane, a small French town, banned spitting. 17. In the little Andalusian town of Lanjaron, Spain, there was a certain time period during which it was illegal to die. The town's 4,000 inhabitants were to stay alive until the government was able to buy land and build a new cemetery. This unusual law was mostly received with humor among both the politicians as well as the citizens. 16. Surprisingly, laws that prohibit dying can be found in numerous countries. In the Brazilian town of Biritiba-Mirim, for example, the mayor passed the same bill in 2005. He argued the main reason for the law was the fact that the town's inhabitants didn't look after their health properly, which made them more vulnerable to death and could lead to an unnecessary burden on the already full cemetery. 15. China is notorious for its tendency to control things in Tibet, but the law that the Chinese government passed in 2007 was just beyond absurd. According to the law, it's illegal for the Tibetan monks to reincarnate without the government's permission. 14. Located just about 15 kilometers or 9 miles from Milan, the city where frowning is illegal, Monza also boasts some very unusual regulations. In 2004, the city passed a law that prohibited housing a goldfish in a bowl, claiming a fish kept in a bowl has a distorted view of reality and suffers from it. 13. Liverpool, the hometown of the Beatles, boasts one of the most ridiculous laws in the world. According to the law, a woman is prohibited from walking around topless, unless she sells exotic fish in a store. However, some sources claim that there has never been such a law and that this is completely made up. 12. Another popular law passed in England is the one prohibiting people to die in the Houses of Parliament. Completely true and confirmed, the law was based on the fact that the buildings counted as a royal palace. Therefore, anyone who died there was technically entitled to a state funeral. 11. Italy is often considered one of the most romantic countries in the world, but be careful when kissing your lover there. In Eboli, a town in southern Italy, kissing in a moving vehicle is banned. Breaking this law can cost you several $100s. 10. In Melbourne, Australia, vacuuming your house between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. during the weekdays and 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. during the weekends is against the law. 9. Melbourne is also a place where men are banned from dressing up like women. According to an old law, It's illegal for a man to appear in public wearing a strapless gown? Great, now what am I going to wear when I go to Melbourne? 8. In the Russian city of Chelyabinsk, driving a dirty car is against the law. If you drive a car that's not clean enough, you can get fined up to 2,000 rubles, which is currently around 30 American dollars. 7. When traveling to Granville, a community in northwestern France, remember to leave your elephant at home, or at least don't bring him to the local beach. According to a 2009 municipal law, elephants aren't allowed on the beach. This law was a reaction to circuses that brought their elephants to the sea, where the animals would then defecate. 6. Hawaii is considered one of the greatest summer holiday destinations in the world, but those who like singing at night might want to consider choosing another place. In Honolulu, the state's capital, it's illegal to sing loudly after sunset. 5. In Torino, Italy, it's against the law to not walk your dog at least 3 times a day. 4. There are many things women are not allowed to do in some Muslim countries, such as driving a car, voting, reading fashion magazines, etc., but in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, they are even banned from using hotel swimming pools and spas. 3. Manila, the capital of the Philippines, banned all of Claire Danes' movies due to her disrespectful interview while promoting the broke-down palace. 2. North Korea is a country where bizarre laws and regulations come as no surprise, but Pyongyang, the country's capital, has some that those who visit should definitely know. For example, visitors cannot use local currency, the North Korean won. They're not even allowed into the city's department stores. 1. If you find yourself in London, make sure not to break the 1986 Salmon Act that says handling salmon in suspicious circumstances is illegal. Enjoying our lists? Be sure to click that subscribe button in the top right corner so you don't miss out on new ones every Monday through Friday. Share them with your friends and help us consistently conciliate curiosity. And if you want even more lists, check out these 2 videos here, or just head to our website at list25.com.